Hello, my friend. Take a breath with me. And another one, slower this time. You're here, and I'm so glad you are. This moment is yours. This stillness, this space, this pause from the noise of the world. You've given yourself something beautiful, the gift of presence. So let's talk, gently, honestly, about something that lives quietly inside many of us. Fear, specifically the fear of failure, and also the quiet power of risk, the hidden courage of stepping beyond what feels safe into what feels real. My friend, fear isn't your enemy. It's a messenger. It whispers to protect you, to warn you, to remind you of pain, past, imagined, or possible. But fear doesn't always tell the truth. It tells you what's comfortable, not what's possible. The fear of failure, it says things like, what if I try and I'm not good enough? What if I make a fool of myself? What if I lose everything? But rarely do we ask the other question. What if I never try? What if your fear is holding you not in safety, but in stuckness? You see, my friend, fear often wears the disguise of logic, but sometimes it's just self-doubt, dressed up in a suit and tie. We hear that phrase often, comfort zone. But what is it really? It's a space where everything is familiar, predictable, easy, but also quiet, and sometimes too quiet. The comfort zone is warm, like a blanket, but stay under it too long, and you begin to suffocate your own growth. Growth doesn't happen where you're most comfortable. It happens where you're most alive. And aliveness, my friend, comes with risk. Think of a flower seed. If it stays safe in the soil forever, it never becomes what it was born to be. Breaking through the soil, that's a risk. Opening toward the sun, that's vulnerability. But it's also beauty, expansion, truth. The risk zone is the place where you discover your strength. It's where your voice trembles and you speak anyway. It's where you don't know if you'll succeed and you show up anyway. It's where life stops being a performance and starts becoming real. Let's ask the scary question together. What if you fail? What if you start that project and it doesn't work? What if you open your heart and it gets hurt? What if you jump and fall? My friend, here's a truth that few will say aloud. You might fail, you might fall, you might feel pain, but you'll also learn. You'll become. You'll gather pieces of yourself that only reveal themselves in the fall. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's the pathway to it. You cannot grow without friction. You cannot learn without mistakes. And you cannot discover your courage without feeling afraid first. There is a fire inside you, my friend. A quiet one. Maybe it's dimmed a little. Maybe life or people or fear poured water over it. But it's still there. You feel it when you get excited about something no one else understands. You feel it when your heart aches to express, to create, to change, to leap. That's your truth. That's your compass. That's what wants to pull you into the risk zone, into your becoming. And it's okay if the fire is small. Even a tiny flame can light up the dark. Another fear that hides behind failure is perfection. I can't start until I'm ready. I can't try unless I'm sure. I can't move unless I know the outcome. But life doesn't wait for perfect, and neither should you. You'll never be 100% ready, but you're ready enough. Let go of perfect, and you make space for progress. Progress isn't loud. It's quiet steps in the dark. It's whispers that say, try again. It's courage that shows up quietly, not with a roar, but with a breath. Taking a risk doesn't mean being reckless. It means choosing something that stretches you. The risk might be small, saying no when you usually say yes, applying for something you believe is out of reach, sharing your story, starting that passion project. Or maybe it's big, changing your career, ending something that isn't serving you, beginning something uncertain. Whatever it is, risk is not about the outcome. It's about alignment. Does this risk take you closer to who you really are? Then it's worth it, even if you stumble, even if it's messy, even if no one understands it but you. So many people spend their whole lives running away from failure, that they never run toward who they could be. But not you, my friend, not anymore. You're learning to pause, to listen, to challenge your fears, to walk gently but steadily into your next chapter. And when fear shows up again, because it will, welcome it like an old friend, but don't let it drive. Let it sit in the back seat. Let your courage hold the wheel. Take another breath, my friend. Feel how steady it is. Feel how grounded you are. Feel how far you've already come. You don't have to leap today, but you do have to believe that your future is bigger than your fear. So step forward. Even if your voice shakes, even if your hands tremble, step into your risk zone, because that's where you are. I'll be here with you in every breath, in every moment you choose calm over chaos, clarity over confusion, risk over regret. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up for yourself. You're not alone on this path, and you're braver than you believe. Be gently bold, my friend. You've got this, and I believe in you. See you next time. Until then, keep up the good work. Be grateful for this life. Be grateful for the little happiness we have.